The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Tom in Pittsburgh. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I want to tell you that listening to you, Steve, and also Larry's turned my laptop into a money machine.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing, man. How long have you been listening?
Well, you know what? I lived in Tampa.
Okay.
And I started listening to you back in 2000. That's when I first found you. I've been listening ever since.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, listen, man, we really appreciate you being out there.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action. You have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there'll be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. And we certainly know folks who took action on his ideas. Our man, Mr. Steve Jobs. And bottom line, that's a huge loss for all of us. And you know what, folks? Grab whatever you can grab out of that and run with it. Because the bottom line is that there's not going to be many people that any of us meet that can make that many, that can make quality of life that great. That's what it really comes down to. And that's what he absolutely did, no doubt. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 183, NASDAQ up 46, S&P's up 20, gold contract up $10.50, trading at $1,652. Silver up $1.60 at $31.99. Platinum up $16 at $1,509 an ounce. Oil up $2.92, trading out at $82.60. Bonds down $1.07 at $1.42. King dollar down 40 pips, 40 cents at $78.98. Euro up 93 ticks at 1.34, and the yen is down 16, trading out at 76.63. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do? You have $20. We are heading into that 1230 area. Right now, you're at 1164. We did 1 billion shares versus 1.19. And bottom line is that we are into, which is really pretty cool here, just 2 days off the bottom, you're already into the low of the last high, which was on the 27th. So that's going to basically bring it on up to that 1195. And, of course, you get that 1230 hanging out there. And we'll see what kind of juice we can get into that level. We go to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. What you have with the Dow? Dow is up $1.83. Dow is also into that level. We're at 11123. And that low out there was 11,045. So the Dow is going to make its way into this 11,363. Now, composite, NASDAQ composite. We get some divergence here, and this is what it is. Divergence, NASDAQ went, okay. The composite went. We went up $46. We are at 2506. That 2506 is not into that level yet, and I suspect it's going to get there. NASDAQ did 2.2 versus 2.5, which is still cool. So it wants to get into that. The NDX 100 is having some problems here, folks, and this is what we'll have. It will be the NDX 100 that more than likely is going to give us the signal that, you know, whether this baby can get juice and get into the swing point or flip around the other side and come back down and mess around with these bottoms a bit. And this is what it is. The NDX 100 today, so if we look at the 3 Qs, we did 71 million shares, which is not bad, okay? It is in the context of how it did it. It's getting weak. The NDX 100 should have been a lot stronger today. It wasn't. Inside the NDX 100, and this is the big heads up, the weighting structure, one of the strongest stocks was Wynn Resorts. Wynn Resorts was up $12. The problem with that is that that's a counter-trend bounce. You know, Wynn came barreling down from $172 to $109, $107. It's a counter-trend bounce, and Win is actually setting up a sell somewhere up into the, it still has to get a lot higher, but somewhere up until about 147. And so that's problematic for the NDX 100. You know, we'll see where the shake, rattles, and rolls. Bottom line is that, you know, we'll see a little more acceleration on the way up. We'll see if we can get a few NDX stocks to get behind and this rally and get some juice going into it. Let's take a look at some of the high volume stocks we have out here today. We had Hewlett Packard was up $1.19. You had Regions Financials up 33. Cisco is up 59. We had Citigroup up $1.31. Morgan Stanley was up 70 cents. You had Intel up 18. Elko was up 51. Ford Motor Company was up 43. BAC, Bank of America, is up 51. Let's go over to good old BAC and see what's happening over there. So you get Bank of America. It's not bad. She's up 51 cents. You know, she's going to try to make her way back into, we're at 638 right now. She'll try to make her way back into this 738. That's the way it seems to be set up at this particular point. We'll see if she can make it. Yeah, that's how it's set up. That consolidation is still out there. BAC still has some monster problems on a much longer term basis, and you know, it can't get out of its own way. Now, of course, you know, with the fee structures that are coming out, the best way to get rid of the fee structures, folks, is that, yeah, we all need credit cards. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, the debit cards, you can opt out of that deal. You opt out of the deal, you use cash, everyone's going to be happy. Your community's going to be happy. The people you give it to are going to be happy. And that's where it's at, you know. And, yeah, does that take some getting used to? Yes, it does. There's no doubt. Well, for some people, it gets taken some used to. Some people, you know, have never used cash in their life. And that, folks, is insane. Let's go take a look at the bond market out here. What we have with bonds is this. 30-year bond, we are at 142.11. We did 273,000 contracts. Now, watch what's happening here. This is where it gets really wild. We're going into 461,000 contracts. Now, the bonds want to go lower. The bonds are going to, you know, get into this probably 140 to 136 area. But you can see what's happening. We're contracting with lighter volume, and what that is doing, that's setting up a next leg up into at least the high, and maybe higher highs, which is just absolutely bizarre, no doubt. Why am I saying bizarre? Because what you had happen today, folks, is this. This is and this was the first week, but it was as of today, that the actual 30-year mortgage went under 4% ever. It's at 3.94 right now, Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac 30-year mortgage. That's a first. And the way these bonds are set up is that they very well, you know, can go up higher and rates get even lower. Let's go take a look at Apple. Apple out here. Okay, so, you know, Apple has never broken a swing point, folks, on the way down. You know, what you did have happen, and I suspect on the 4th, when that very fast acceleration was on the way down, more than likely someone evidently knew that, you know, Steve was, you know, only had the, you know, whether it's day, 2 days, 3 days left, whatever that was, that very fast acceleration on the way down with 44 million wants to get tested. Now, that price point is 354. What you have here today, which is problematic in the context of how it's going to get tested, is this. We came down on 44 million. Apple today got up to 384, and the high of that day is 381.80. Now, what happened is that Apple couldn't hold that price. So that's just two different things. Number one, the low will get tested. Number two, which could be really problematic, will it break that swing point and will it have volume? When it came down to 354.24, the swing point, folks, was 353.02. It's come close before breaking a swing, but it hasn't done it. That's going to be the heads up. And, you know, we'll see where that shakes and bakes. That, how it comes into it is absolutely crucial. And that is what, between that and Win having a counter trend bounce up today, is what is telling me inside the NDX 100, that's where the problems lie, and that's where we very well may get the real clue as to, okay, is the NDX going to lead us back down? Now, even the NDX leading us back down, I want to show you something here because it's really cool. What happens because of the way that we came off the bottom, it's going to be hard to turn around on the first leg down because it's probably going to build a small ABC structure on the way up. That's what I suspect it's going to do. Is that if we look at the Qs, you know, the Qs right now are at 54.43. Well, the high of the low, the last low that we're talking about here, which was on Monday, is at 52.29. And that was 137 million. So what you very well could see is that, yeah, pulls down, pulls into that lighter volume, rejects it, and then you get a small ABC up. That will do what? That will bring you up to the swing point, the higher swing point of the 20th of September. Let's go to Ken in Wesley Chapel. Hey, Ken, what's going on?
Tom, it's all good, brother. How are you today?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Excellent. First time, long time, and I wanted to get your take on ELN. It's an Irish drug-making stock.
Sure, let's take a look at it. We got ELN. It's Elan Corporation, pharmaceutical. They low is 506, the high is 1260. They lose 2 pennies. Okay, so let's bring this back to 09. Now, you looking to buy this? What are we doing here?
I've got it at 1090. I bought
Okay.
it the last time it crossed the 50-day moving average, and what I was looking to do was see, hey, if it's going to keep above the 50-day where it is now, I'll just hang in there for a while. It seems to be following the market a little bit like the Dow, but it also seems to be in a tight range, too. So
Yeah, you're going to be careful. I mean, they get a tight stop in this because this wants to go to 858. I mean, and what's wide open down there is at 685. See how they come off the top? So you come off the top at 1260. You come barreling down. I have a weekly here, Ken. Okay, you come barreling down with 30 million shares on the week of August 5th, 33 million the week of the 12th, and then you go up with 10 million. This is not done on the way down, and this very well. Have you been in this equity before?
I was in it when it was from 6 to 14, and then I got out of it, and
Okay.
it went up to 35, and then it came all the way back down to 4. So I'm kind of familiar with it.
Good. So you know, get a tight stop and don't mess with this thing, man, because it's this is the type of equity you can wake up in the morning and it can be down $10, and it's only trading at $10.
Exactly. And then also, man, let me thank you because you're doing a great job. I'm watching you on Tiger TV right now, and I really appreciate the work you guys have done over the years.
We appreciate you watching us, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Cool. All right, you have a great day.
Okay, brother. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And listen, folks, if you haven't watched us on Tiger TV yet, just go to TFNN. You'll see Tiger TV. Just hit the first button, live. Bottom line is you get the charts, you get the audio, you get the whole ball of wax. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. We ended out, finish up 183. NASDAQ up 46. S&P's up 20. Gold contract up 1140, trading at 1,653. Silver up $1.50 at 31.95. We're going to be right back, folks.